Hat in Time is a Super Mario 64 styled collectathon where you play as Hat Kid, a girl that loses all of her timepieces at the beginning of the game and has to go recollect them so she can get home. This game contains a hub world, 4 main worlds, and a 5th containing one final level. Reaching this game's credits takes about 8.5 hours, but there are plenty of secrets and collectibles to extend this time. Each of the 4 worlds are separated by acts, around 6 or 7 each, which does include a boss battle, and these acts have their own contained stories and missions within these worlds. You're free to explore them or focus completely on the missions. The platform is your typical double jumping and wall jumps, but Hat Kid is able to hook onto items and swing later on, and she can dash through the air for distance, and she'll do this tough to get used to annoying slide when she lands. This will lead to many frustrating deaths if you don't make it a point to master. How this game differs from the typical collectathon though is that timepieces are only tied to these acts. They're not scattered through the world. However, what is scattered through the world is yarn balls, and these yarn balls are used to craft the hat with a new power, which is really what gives this game its life and stops it from feeling like just a Mario ripoff. There's a hat to help you springboard to new areas, one for blowing up boxes, your default hat which points you to the location of your mission objective, one for helping you run fast, one can slow down time, and one helps make invisible platforms solid, giving a dash of Metroidvania elements here as well. You'll be coming back to past locations to collect the yarn once you've collected enough yarn for the hat you need to reach it, though I found that if you keep your eyes open you'll be able to collect most of what you need naturally throughout the game's different acts, until finally before the finale of the game just opens up giving you 4 different platforming obstacles to overcome involving those different hats. So creating them all but the time slow hat is necessary to beat the game. What makes a Hat in Time so great though is its acts. Every act of a chapter feels like a unique level. You'll be doing a mix of platforming and puzzle solving. You'll be delivering mail through spooky woods, solving a murder on a train, taking down the mafia and exploring a haunted house, trying your best to defeat enemies and rare encounters, but mostly you'll be trying not to fall to your death 4 times while getting to the next checkpoint. Checkpoints however do feel a bit inconsistent, especially in its free roam world, and overall the game's autosaving is awful. I did experience one crash and had to redo an entire platforming section to get back to the main area for an act in chapter 4, an extremely annoying platforming section at that. I didn't have any issues with checkpoints outside of chapter 4 though. Then there's the boss battles. I have an ultimate love-hate relationship with them. I loved every boss that came through at me. They're just the right amount of challenging and frustrating, but I never felt like I knew how close I was to the end of one, which hurts their feel for me. They do have obvious stages, but a lack of health bar for example makes these battles feel like they go on much longer than they actually do. Progress indicator of sorts would have been appreciated, but there's so much care put into every act of this game. Aside from the art style, nothing about this game felt generic, and I'm sorry, but the art style really hurt the overall feel for me. It just doesn't feel unique or polished. It doesn't have a style to help it feel as solid of a game as it ultimately is. It looks like a typical indie game, but the experience is anything but. It's so much fun collecting yarn, battling your way to timepieces, and collecting gems to buy patches to attach to your hat for special perk ability like adding a beam attack to your umbrella. There are speedrun modes and platforming exploits here. This is a full-fledged 3D platforming experience. I was sad when my 8.5 hours was over, but